Everything has changed.
We're still together, yet we're apart.
Being apart is tough. We're human. We're here to make connections, live together, learn together.
We at Blackpool and the Fylde College are virtually by your side.
As a Blackpool and the Fylde College student, you're never alone. While we're in lockdown, we're also helping unlock your potential, building futures.
And we're doing it together.
We are all growing together.
We used to talk about B&FC having a sense of community like no other large college in the UK, but in the weeks we've been apart, we've not only felt it, we've seen it.
We've always knew our students were remarkable, but you've exceeded our expectations. Students supporting the community, striving for excellence in exceptional environments.
Here in Blackpool, we live in an extraordinary place. That's sure. The tower, our peers, our communities.
They make us who we are.
And it's because we're so fortunate that this new way of doing things is even more of a challenge. It makes you realise what great things we shared together.
The fun we had, the games we played, the work we did, the songs we sang.
And we'll sing again. While it might feel like forever, this situation is only temporary. We'll all be back together before you know it.
Learning new lessons, playing new games, singing new songs.
Because if there's one thing we've all learned, it's that we're better together.
Blackpool and the Fylde College. Ready when you are. Everything has changed.
We're still together, yet we're apart.
Being apart is tough. We're human. We're here to make connections, live together, learn together.
We at Blackpool and the Fylde College are virtually by your side.
As a Blackpool and the Fylde College student, you're never alone. While we're in lockdown, we're also helping unlock your potential, building futures.
And we're doing it together.
We are all growing together.
We used to talk about B&FC having a sense of community like no other large college in the UK, but in the weeks we've been apart, we've not only felt it, we've seen it.
We've always knew our students were remarkable, but you've exceeded our expectations. Students supporting the community, striving for excellence in exceptional environments.
Here in Blackpool, we live in an extraordinary place. That's sure. The tower, our peers, our communities.
They make us who we are.
And it's because we're so fortunate that this new way of doing things is even more of a challenge. It makes you realise what great things we share together.
The fun we had, the games we played, the work we did, the songs we sang.
And we'll sing again. While it might feel like forever, this situation is only temporary. We'll all be back together before you know it.
Learning new lessons, playing new games, singing new songs.
Because if there's one thing we've all learned, it's that we're better together.
Blackpool and the Fylde College. Ready when you are.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Big Blackpool Quiz. Hello. Welcome back. So I guess I do need to apologise for yesterday. I don't know what's happened, but my laptop just won't connect to the internet. I've recently just moved, so I'm having a few technical issues with my internet, but I promise that I'll be back live streaming as quickly as possible. And until then, I will pre-record the quizzes and make sure that they're out on Wednesday from now on, up until I can get my internet improved. But yes, I do apologise that this is coming out Thursday at 8 PM. I know we usually do Wednesdays at 8 PM, and it will be 8 PM next Wednesday, even if I do have to pre-record it and then just put it out there. You will see a quiz next week on Wednesday at 8 PM, so make sure that you do come back. But hello and welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. I hope you're all well. Well, I think this is the 19th quiz, and I have actually seen you guys since I did Freshers, which was about 2 weeks ago. And for all of you who tuned in to Freshers, I hope that you really enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. I was the one behind the scenes, pressing all the buttons, and you'll have seen me a few times throughout Freshers. If you didn't get a chance to see Freshers on the day, do not worry. Freshers has been uploaded for you to watch whenever you like. You can head over to the Students' Union website, www.studentsunionblackpool.co.uk, click the news tab, and on there is B&FC Virtual Freshers 2020, and you can go and watch it. The live stream was for 4 hours and 45 minutes. which is the longest live stream that I've ever done. But it was extremely fun. Something new, really, putting an event like that together, and you never know, we might see another event like that in the future. Who knows? But thank you to all those who contributed to that live stream on Freshers. It took months of planning to put it together, and we honestly didn't know what was going to happen with Freshers when we all went into lockdown. We already started planning Freshers back in like December, January time, ready for September, and then lockdown happened and we had to adapt and overcome. And we did, and I know a lot of you really enjoyed it. We've got feedback from students saying that they really enjoyed it and thanking us for not just giving up on Freshers. And believe me, it was more than a pleasure to put something together, because we would have felt extremely guilty otherwise. But I hope that you all did enjoy it in whatever capacity. And continue to enjoy if you want to go and watch it. There was quite a lot for those who didn't watch it. What happened? There was some discounts, there was some fitness classes, there was a meditation class, there was Sue talking about stopping smoking, Stoptober. If any of you are doing Stoptober, congratulations. I hope that it's going well for you. As an ex-smoker myself, I know that it can be very difficult to stop smoking, but if you've made the decision that you want to stop smoking for Stoptober, then congratulations, keep going. I believe in you, believe in yourself, and hopefully you'll quit smoking by the end of this month. But yes, that was Freshers. Go and watch it if you haven't, and I'm not going to say any more about it, because today is the Big Blackpool Quiz, and I believe this is the 19th Big Blackpool Quiz. I'm not sure. I know for quite a few weeks I got mixed up as to what number we're on, but I believe we're on number 19, which means that next week is number 20, which is absolutely incredible. We've been going now for 19 weeks, obviously. 19 weeks, Callum, that's the 19th quiz. So yes, we've been going for 19 weeks, and that's absolutely incredible, and I hope that you are still enjoying the Big Blackpool Quiz. As I say, every week I will keep doing it as long as you keep enjoying it, and I do love bringing it to you, even though, I'm just doing it from my bedroom. Every time. I do enjoy actually bringing you these quizzes. So, yes, I hope you are enjoying it. And I hope that you will enjoy this week's theme, which is Fables and Folklore. So basically just fairy tales, if you don't know what Fable is. So there'll be lots of questions around fairy tales. So yes, that is this week's theme. If you want to go and suggest a theme, you can at www.studentsunionblackpool.co.uk. You now click on the Enrichment Hub, and on there is the Big Blackpool Quiz, and on that you can go and suggest a theme, and who knows, you might come in the next few weeks. So go and suggest a theme. Also, if you want to donate to our fundraiser for NHS Charities Together, the COVID-19 Relief Fund, then you can go to that exact same place and click our donate button on there, which will take you to our Just Giving page, where you can go donate to to NHS Charities Together. So none of the money comes through the college, it goes straight through Just Giving, straight to the charity. What else? I mean, do I really need to explain the Big Blackpool Quiz at this point in time? I'll give a quick overview. So we started with our Show Kindness campaign when lockdown first happened, and we were promoting different random acts of kindness that were happening online, because everyone came together online. We were all working out together with John Wicks and doing quizzes here, there, and we adapted, we overcame. So like Freshers, sorry I mentioned it again, but yes, we adapted, we overcame, and we succeeded, and we wanted to promote them stories. So we started the Show Kindness campaign and promoting those stories on our social media, because a lot of you guys, students, got involved and did a lot of things as well. And then we created our Show Kindness Hub, which is filled with activities to do from your own home during lockdown, but also you can still do them now. I know studying at the college right now, you might be here, you might be on campus one day and off campus the next, so we wanted to make sure that we're giving you activities that you can get involved in from home, sort of like enrichment opportunities, but things you can do yourself. There's lots of different things on there. Learn to play an instrument, virtually getting involved in theme parks and watching live streams of animals from zoos and different things like that you can go and do. Learn a new skill, maybe British Sign Language, maybe a different foreign language. Who knows? Who knows what's on there? I know what's on there, obviously, but you don't. So make sure that you go over to the Show Kindness Hub. Again, studentsunionblackpool.co.uk, click on the Enrichment tab, and on there is the Show Kindness Hub, and you can go check it out right now. And you don't have to be a student. That's the beauty of it. If you're not a student with us, you can still access the Show Kindness Hub. So yeah, go and see if you would like go. I don't even know what I was saying there. Go and see it, and maybe find something that you're like, that was the sentence I was looking for. And then from the Show Kindness Hub, we asked students, what else would you like? And they said maybe a quiz, a weekly quiz, a live stream quiz. And here I am, 19 weeks in, knocking over my water bottle. So yes, 19 weeks in. Tonight's theme, Fables and Folklore. Shall we get on with it? Before we get on with it, I'll explain the rules. So, how to play, grab a pen and paper. I'll ask you the questions. I'll ask it twice before putting on a 15-second timer. And you just jot your answers down. After the 5th round on a bonus question, there's a bonus question worth 5 points. And we'll go to a quick break. And then after the break, I'll come back with the answers before we finish. So that's how the quiz runs. Don't Google the answers. You'll only be cheating yourself. Play on your own or against others. We highly suggest, you get people up on Facebook Messenger or Zoom or Skype or Teams or however you're contacting people and compete against one another. Why not? And there's no prizes for the quiz. It is just good old-fashioned fun. So yes, shall we get on with the quiz? I think we shall. Here we go. 19th quiz, Fables and Folklore. Here we go. I'm over here now. Hi. And here we are with... Here we are with round 1. And round 1 is a general knowledge round. And are you ready for question 1? Because I am. Are you? Here we go. Question 1. In Greek mythology, who is the god of the underworld and the dead? In Greek mythology, who is the god of the underworld and the dead? 15 seconds on the clock. I remember when I was younger, I was obsessed with Greek mythology, but I loved all the movies. I didn't actually like reading about it, because back then I didn't like to read. Now I love reading. Get into reading. It's great. Question 2. What type of creature is the snake-haired Medusa? What type of creature is the snake-haired Medusa? 15 seconds on the clock. And another Greek mythological creature, Medusa, and I was obsessed with her. That's what got sparked up my Greek mythology obsession. Question 3. In Bargeust, what is the name of... sorry, I read that wrong. The Bargeust, or Bargeust, I probably pronounced that wrong, is what type of animal supposedly that stalks the Yorkshire moors as an omen of death? The Bargeust is what type of animal supposedly that stalks the Yorkshire moors as an omen of death? 15 seconds on the clock. Well, I well and truly messed that one up, didn't I? Bargeust. I'm pretty sure that's how I pronounce it. I don't know. There's someone out there who knows the pronunciation who's saying, Callum, shame on you. Question 4. What is the type of mischievous sprite made popular by William Shakespeare? What is the name of the mischievous sprite made popular by William Shakespeare? Should I give you a clue? I'm going to give you a clue because you might be saying, oh, these are hard. The sprite is from the play Midsummer Night's Dream. There you go. Don't say I'm not nice to you. Question 5. What was the name of the place where ancient Norse heroes went after death? Norse or Norse? What was the name of the place where the ancient Norse heroes went after death? It's Norse. Callum. My pronunciation is awful. I do apologise. Question 6. Traditionally, what is Robin Hood's proper surname? Question 6. Traditionally, what is Robin Hood's proper surname? 15 seconds on the clock. See, I remember Robin Hood from the Disney story, well, the Disney movie, where Robin Hood's a fox. But so many people know Robin Hood from so many different things. Question 7. What is the sun god of ancient Egypt? Question 7. Name the sun god of ancient Egypt. You know what would help? If I just read the question properly. Instead of making it up. I'll be serious from now on. Serious quizmaster. Question 8. What is the name of the three-headed dog who guards the underworld in Greek mythology? Serious. What is the name of the three-headed dog who guards the underworld in Greek mythology? 15 seconds on the clock. Do you know? I know. I almost said the name of him there as well. And I just said him. Oh, it's round 1. I'm alright to give out clues. Question 9. What was the name of the Greek goddess of love? What was the name of the Greek goddess of love? 15 seconds on the clock. Sorry, I'm dancing to the music again. Every week I do this. Question 10. What was the name of the giant bird Sinbad the sailor encountered in his travels? Roc, Griffin, Albatross or Phoenix? See, I've been so nice there. You get to choose between them 4 names. What was the name of the giant bird Sinbad the sailor encountered in his travels? Was it Roc, Griffin, Albatross or Phoenix? Excuse me, sorry. That's my water. Been drinking a lot more water lately. I'm trying to get a little bit more healthier. You know, I think everyone had a little bit of lockdown pudge. I put on a lot of pudge during lockdown. So I'm trying to be a little bit healthier. Right, we're going to head on to round 2 in a second after I've had this water. Round 2. What is it? Oh, it's Picture Round. It's Disney Movie Edition. So, as you know, Fables and Folklore have inspired Disney movies for like generations. I'm pretty sure most Disney movies are inspired by different fairy tales. So this is an easy round. I'm going to show you some movie posters of some Disney movies. All you need to tell me is the name of that movie. Simple? Yes. Don't worry, there's not there's not an add-on there. It's pretty simple. You just need to tell me the name of the movie. Here we go. And there's number 1. 15 seconds on the clock. What is this? I remember going to see this at the Odeon. And the Odeon was packed. Can you remember going to a cinema and it was packed? And you'd hate it. Now I kind of miss it. Oh, going to a cinema, going to the theatre. What is the name of this movie? This one has just recently been adapted to live action. Available on Disney Plus with your Disney Plus subscription for an extra £20. No, I wasn't going to pay it. And the next one, 15 seconds on the clock. If you didn't know, there's actually 3 Cinderella movies. Oh, I've just given it away. Oh, it doesn't matter. We all knew it was Cinderella. If you didn't know it was Cinderella, just giving it away. There you go, you get a free point. If you found this entire quiz difficult up until this point. I can't believe I've just done that. I've done so well for 19 weeks to not give away any of the answers. And I've just done it right here. And I'm pre-recorded this, but I'm definitely not taking this out. Oh well, you know, life goes on. But yes, there's 3 Cinderella movies. The next one. I knew that there was 2. I didn't realise that there was 3. But yeah, I found out there was 3 and I watched the 3rd one. It's not good. The 2nd one though, I did really enjoy. I can't believe I've done that. What kind of quizmaster am I? Oh, jeez. And this one, 15 seconds on the clock. That's really tickled me. It's going to take me a while to get over. I'll never live it down. I swear, for the 20th episode, that's not going to happen. Especially since the theme has already been set. And the next one. Oh, one of my favourite movies. I was talking to someone this week who said that they really hate Disney, and I'm like talking about all these like classic Disney films, and they just don't know what they are. This one's a classic though. If you haven't seen this one, God, it's a good cry movie. I love a good cry movie. You know, just one day where you're like, I need to cry, and you just stick on a Disney film, and it just gets all your emotions out, and you feel really, really good after. That's what that movie does for me. That or Tim Burton's is it Tim Burton? Big Fish? God, that gets me every time. And everyone laughs at me for crying at that movie. No, it absolutely gets me every single time. Oh, and Big Fish isn't a clue, by the way. I don't even think it's a Disney movie. They recently made it into a musical on Broadway, I think. And I think it was due for UK adaptation. I'm not sure. That might be a lie. But I know it's definitely in the US. Anyway, we're on to round 3, which is emoji round. Guess the fable. So I'm going to show you some emojis. I know there's a particular family out there who might be watching the quiz tonight who's like, Callum, we hate emojis. Oh well. The emoji round is guess the fable. And you know, like if you're struggling, I think you'll be able to put me on pause, so you can like pause on the emojis and think it over. But these emojis that I show you will relate to a fairy tale. If we get rid of the word fable, I'm thinking fairy tale. So I'll show you some emojis, and you've got 15 seconds to tell me what the fairy tale is. Okay, simple. Here's number 1. I think this one is fairly simple. But you know where we're going from here. And I only put 15 seconds on the clock. Usually I put 20 seconds for emojis, but I'm feeling mean this week. My computer doesn't connect to the internet. I'm feeling mean. And I gave away one of the answers anyway, so it's about time I was mean on one round. Here's the next one. Do 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 do. It was fun putting these emojis together, actually. To try and make it as obvious as possible, but also not as obvious as possible. And the next one. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. It's the water. What is the fairy tale? Do you know? And what is this? I think this is extremely clever. Other people might be like, what? No, this is extremely clever. Wait till I tell you later. But yes, what is this emoji? What is the fairy tale? What is the emoji? It's a frog, and it's a guy in a crown. But what is the fairy tale? And the next one. And the next one. 15 seconds on the clock. Oh, this one's clever as well. Sometimes I give myself a pat on the back. I'm like, this is clever. I made this quiz last week. But we had technical issues last week as well. I thought I had sorted them this week, but clearly not. But yeah, this quiz was made last week, and I'm like, trying to remember the answers. Ah, I know this one. Yeah. Very clever, Callum. Well done. Well done past me. You did well. 15 seconds on the clock. Clock. Cluck, cluck, cluck. On the clock. But what is the fairy tale, please? And I believe this is the last one. What is the fairy tale? Do you know? I know the first round was pretty difficult, wasn't it? It was sort of like ultra general knowledge questions, which is coming up on the 5th round, by the way. Oh, that was the last one of round 3. Here we are with round 4. And round 4 this week is Country of Origin round, Fable Creature Edition. What is that, Callum? I hear you asking. Well, I know how people loved the map round the other week. So this week, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some fairy tale creatures, or fable creatures, or folklore creatures. You just need to tell me the country of origin. Simple? I think it's simple. So just tell me the country of origin for these fable creatures. And here we are with number 1. And there's the Banshee. Oh, look, she's going about there. Oh, sorry. I forgot the timer. 15 seconds on the clock. What is the country of origin for the Banshee? Do we know? Sorry, she is flying behind me. Ooh. I don't know what that was. It's Halloween. So most of these are creepy. So this is Anubis. Anubis is from Egypt. Have I just literally given away another one? I have. Oh. You didn't hear that. I'm not even dignifying it. I'm moving on. Creature 3, the Nymph. What's the country of origin for the Nymph? I can't believe me tonight. Well, it's 2. I've given you 2 answers, and you know, there's 50 questions. Well, 51 including the bonus question. Imagine if I give you the bonus question. That'd be the icing on top of the cake. Llorona. Where is Llorona from? Oh, 15 seconds on the clock. Now I'm like forcing myself to stay quiet and not talk, to not give things away. I can't believe I did that. That's twice now. Now I'm just annoyed. The first time was funny. Second time it's just annoying. Creature 5, the Manticore. 15 seconds on the clock. The Manticore, did anyone watch Onward by Disney? Disney Pixar? I don't know. It was a Disney film. It had lots of mythical creatures in it, and Manticore was in it. But what is the country of origin for the Manticore? Creature number 6, Krampus. There he is, flying about the world. What's his country of origin, please? Do you know? Do you know? I'm doing so well to ignore my mix-up. It wasn't a mix-up, it was a mistake. When 19 quizzes down, it was bound to happen at some point. I don't give you clues, I just give you the answers in the question rounds. Question 7. The Shenlong Dragon. 15 seconds on the clock to tell me where in the world does the Shenlong Dragon come from? Do you know? If you don't know, take a guess. Why not take a guess? Oh, you know, just wait for me to give you the answer, because I might do it again. Creature 8. The Phoenix. 15 seconds on the clock. The Phoenix. Some might know from, you know, Harry Potter. Dumbledore had a phoenix in his office. he also had the Order of the Phoenix. Phoenixes have appeared in several different countries, but what was its country of origin? Creature number 9, the Loch Ness Monster. Do we know? Do we know where this one comes from? 15 seconds on the clock. I think we should know where the Loch Ness Monster story originates. What country originates in. And the last one, the Minotaur. 15 seconds on the clock. What is the country of origin for the Minotaur, please? Excuse me, I can't stop burping. It's a mixture of water and the tea that I have had. Had avocado toast tonight with bacon and poached egg. I told you I was trying to be healthy. The weight's gonna be dropping off me anyway. Round 5, Ultra General Knowledge. I'm going a bit senile now. Ultra General Knowledge, and we have evil questions. The devil himself. So yes, the first 3 questions are evil. That means if you take a guess on the question and you get it wrong, you need to take 5 points away from your score. Mean, I know, but oh well. Life goes on. So yes, the first 3 questions are evil mode. The rest of the questions are fine, but yes, if you guess on the first 3 questions and you get it wrong, you have to take away 5 points. However, you know, I don't live in your house. I'm not going to know if you don't heed by my rules. So do whatever you like, but I try and make it as fun as possible. So the first 3 questions are evil, for those of you who want to play along with my game. Question 1. In Norse mythology, who is the hammer-wielding god of thunder? In the Norse mythology, who is the hammer-wielding god of thunder? Sorry, I preemptively put on the timer there. Evil mode, remember, if you take a guess and you get it wrong, you need to take away 5 points. Oh, we don't want that, do we? Question 2. The waters of which subterranean river cause forgetfulness? Is it Acheron, Plegathon, Leith, or Styx? And I'm so sorry if I pronounce them wrong. The waters of which subterranean river cause forgetfulness? Acheron, Plegathon, Leith, or Styx? I'm pretty sure I pronounced Styx as stinks then. It might stink. You never know what's floating in a river. Anyway, question 3. Which was the first plague that God visited upon the Egyptians? Which was the first plague that God visited upon the Egyptians? 15 seconds on the clock. Remember, it is evil mode, so if you do guess on this question and you get it wrong, you lose 5 points. We're going to turn evil mode off and we're going to go to question 4. So from now on, you can take a guess. You won't lose any points whatsoever. Evil mode is gone. It was just for the first 3 questions. So question 4. What is the name of the Celtic spirit whose wail is an omen of death? What is the name of the Celtic spirit whose wail is an omen of death? Do you know? They might have already appeared in the quiz. I'm putting lip balm on my lips, by the way. They're a little bit dry. Some winter months. Question 5. According to Islamic legend, which legendary ruler is responsible for binding genies to bottles, lamps, and jars? According to Islamic legend, which legendary ruler is responsible for binding genies to bottles, lamps, and jars? I mean, could you imagine going to Asda? You buy like a jar of chocolate spread and you open it and a genie's in it. It sounded a lot funnier in my head. It's probably not that funny. Funny image though. Question 6. Which famous author hoped to create a mythology for England? Which famous author hoped to create a mythology for England? I have their books, but I don't have them with me right here. I have so many books. I've had to put a lot in storage. Question 7. St. George is the patron saint of England, but in which country would you find his tomb? St. George is the patron saint of England, but in which country would you find his tomb? 15 seconds on the clock. It is often the most simplest of questions that we get wrong, isn't it? Or at least we'll find out in the answer round. Question 8. In Egyptian mythology, to whom is the goddess Isis married? In Egyptian mythology, to whom is the goddess Isis married? 15 seconds on the clock. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Yes, I know. I know. I've got the answers. Question 9. Which legendary king was the father of King Arthur? Which legendary king was the father of King Arthur? 15 seconds on the clock. Do you know? I know. I bet you're sick of hearing me say I know. Like, all right, Colin, we get it. You put the quiz together. Question 10. What building in Scotland is said to house the Holy Grail and features prominently at the end of the Da Vinci Code? Da Vinci Code is a movie. Or a book, I believe. What building in Scotland is said to house the Holy Grail and features prominently at the end of the Da Vinci Code? 15 seconds on the clock. Ba-dum-bum-bum. And we've got the bonus question. One more the bonus question, and then we've got a quick break. So here we are with the bonus question. The bonus question is worth 5 points, so it is worth taking a guess. And this week's bonus question is: unscramble this anagram and find out the theme to next week's quiz. Simple. Adding Gomez stags. Adding Gomez stags. There's 3 words there. A little clue. But yes, I'll give you a few seconds just to write that down, so in our break you can try and work it out. Don't worry if you don't. It just means you don't get 5 points. I already gave you like 2. So do you even need the 5 points? Why don't you just go and take a quick early break now? I'll just carry on talking. We won't even go to a break. I'll just give you all the answers. And then we'll do the answers round. No. That's me being silly. But hopefully I've given you enough time there to write that down so you can start unscrambling the anagram. But I will be back in 5 minutes. So go and enjoy yourselves. Go and grab yourselves a snack. Go grab yourselves a drink. Maybe nip to the loo if you need to. And I'll be back in about 5 minutes. So we're going to head to a break and I'll be right back with the answers.
Everything has changed.
We're still together, yet we're apart.
Being apart is tough. We're human. We're here to make connections, live together, learn together.
We at Blackpool and the Fylde College are virtually by your side.
As a Blackpool and the Fylde College student, you're never alone. While we're in lockdown, we're also helping unlock your potential, building futures.
And we're doing it together.
We are all growing together.
We used to talk about B&FC having a sense of community like no other large college in the UK, but in the weeks we've been apart, we've not only felt it, we've seen it.
We've always knew our students were remarkable, but you've exceeded our expectations. Students supporting the community, striving for excellence in exceptional environments.
Here in Blackpool, we live in an extraordinary place. That shore, the tower, our peers, our communities.
They make us who we are.
And it's because we're so fortunate that this new way of doing things is even more of a challenge. It makes you realise what great things we shared together.
The fun we had, the games we played, the work we did, the songs we sang.
And we'll sing again. While it might feel like forever, this situation is only temporary. We'll all be back together before you know it.
Learning new lessons, playing new games, singing new songs.
Because if there's one thing we've all learned, it's that we're better together.
Blackpool and the Fylde College. Ready when you are.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Big Blackpool Quiz. Hi. Sorry, I think I've made myself more calm and collected to get on with the answers. I hope that you have enjoyed this week's quiz. I know that I've given away 2 of the answers and I am actually genuinely sorry, but hopefully you found my blunders funny. Because I know I have. I've been chuckling away during the break. But welcome back after the break. I don't know what you've done, but hopefully it was nice. We're going to get on with the answers. But before we do, I just want to remind you, if you do want to go and suggest a theme for the Big Blackpool Quiz, head to our website, www.studentsunionblackpool.co.uk, click on the Enrichment tab, click on the BB Quiz tab, and suggest a theme on that page there. We are here Wednesdays, 8 PM every week, other than this week. Apologies for the technical difficulties, but from now on, Wednesdays at 8 PM, that is when the quiz will go live. So yes, shall we get on with the answers? Did you manage to figure out the anagram? Did you? Hopefully you did, because that is worth 5 points. But anyway, we're going to get on with the answers. So here we are. The answers. I'm back over here. round 1, which was general knowledge. And question 1, get your pens and pads ready, and just tick them off as we go along. In Greek mythology, who is the god of the underworld and the dead? That is, of course, Hades, god of the underworld and the dead. If you got Hades, give yourself a point. Question 2, what type of creature is the snake-haired Medusa? She is a gorgon, with the power, if you look into her eyes, to turn you to stone. Hercules beheads her by looking in his shield and swiping backwards with his sword. Then he uses her head in several different stories to turn people to stone. Anyway, question 3, the Barguest? Still not correct with that pronunciation, is what type of animal supposedly that stalks the Yorkshire moors as an omen of death? It is a dog. You got a dog, give yourself a point. Question 4. What is the name of the mischievous sprite made popular by William Shakespeare? That is none other than Puck. If you haven't seen the National Theatre's rendition of A Midsummer Night's Dream, it does often play at the local cinemas, so I would highly suggest to go and see it. It is hilarious. I went to see it, and it was just amazing. I was blown away by it. But yes, question 5. What was the name of the place where ancient Norse heroes went after death? That was Valhalla. You know what else is Valhalla? Valhalla is Pleasure Beach. I was always afraid of Valhalla when I used to go to Pleasure Beach as a child. And then I went on it as like young adult. Not scary at all. And I went on it on my own. So, question 6. Traditionally, what is Robin Hood's proper surname? And it is of Locksley. Robin Hood of Locksley. Question 7. Name the sun god of ancient Egypt. If you put Ra, you got yourself a point. Question 8. What is the name of the three-headed dog who guards this underworld in Greek mythology? That is Cerberus. If you got Cerberus, give yourself a point. Question number 9. What was the name of the Greek goddess of love? That was, of course, Aphrodite. Question 10. What was the name of the giant bird Sinbad the sailor encountered in his travels? Was it Roc, Griffin, Albatross, or Phoenix? It was Roc. If you got Roc, give yourself a point. That is the end of round 1. Tally up your scores. It'll make it easier for adding up at the end. Here's when I would normally talk. What should I say? Oh yes! Reminder, if you want to donate to NHS charities together, we are fundraising through these quizzes. You can head to www.studentsunionblackpool.co.uk, click on the enrichment tab, click on the BB quiz tab, and there is a button on there where you can head over to our Just Giving page to donate. So yes, shall we move on to round 2? And round 2 was a picture round, and it was Disney Movie Edition. You just needed to guess the name of the Disney movies from the movie posters. So here we are with number 1. Do you know what this is? Of course, this is the recent adaptation. It was Beauty and the Beast, Emma Watson. And this one, recently adapted to live action, is of course Mulan. If you got Mulan, give yourself a point. This one, I gave this one away. It's Cinderella. There's 3 movies. Did you know? 3 movies of Cinderella. Did you know that? I quite enjoyed the second one though. I go back and I'm like, okay, the first was great. Second one, no. And the third one, no. But as a kid, I really enjoyed the second one. This is, of course, The Little Mermaid. If you got The Little Mermaid, give yourself a point. And this one is Sleeping Beauty. It has my favourite villain in it. Instead of the Disney princess, I don't have a favourite Disney princess, but I do have a favourite Disney villain, and it is Maleficent. So there we are. And this is Tangled. It's probably one of my favourite Disney princess movies, actually. Not my favourite Disney princess, though. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what my favourite Disney princess is. This is The Fox and the Hound. Oh, such a good cry movie. Such a good cry movie. If you got The Fox and the Hound, give yourself a point. This is Bambi. I've never seen Bambi. Sorry, just hasn't piqued my interest. Do I regret it? No. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll watch Bambi. This is obviously Pinocchio. Well done if you are able to spell Pinocchio. You know, there are some people who would testify out there against the intelligence of people if you can't spell Pinocchio. Anyway, this movie is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. If you got The Hunchback of Notre Dame, give yourself a point. Is this the last one of this round? Maybe. Yes, it is. So tally up your points and we'll move on to round 3. Thank you for joining us again this week. Don't forget we are celebrating our 20th episode next week. At least I'm hoping that I'm counting all these correctly, because I remember a few weeks ago when I was saying like, oh, we're on our 13th one, and when I count them up I'm like, no, we're not on our 13th one, we're actually further ahead than 13. But yes, pretty sure we're on the 19th one. Anyway, round 3. Emoji round. Guess that fable or fairy tale. I showed you some emojis. You just needed to guess the fairy tale. So here is the simplest one, just to get you know warmed up for it. This was obviously the tortoise and the hare. For the tortoise and the hare, give yourself a point. This, a snowman and a white circle. Snow White. The white circle is actually quite hard to say. I've only just realised that. But hopefully for all yous at home, you were able to see the white circle there. This is obviously Puss in Boots. I should have put like an arrow there, shouldn't I? Puss in Boots. But yes, it's Puss in Boots. Did you get this one? I think this one's really clever. Sorry, I give myself a pat on the back for this one. This is Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Booty. Get it? I think I'm so clever. I'm probably not. You probably guessed that one straight away. Anyway, this is The Frog Prince. If you got The Frog Prince, give yourself a point. The next one is Goldilocks and the Three Bears, obviously. The next one is, did you get this one? Pie, cat. Pie, cat? That's the answer, isn't it? No, it's the Pied Piper of Hamelin. If you got Pied Piper, that's the main one that I was looking for. I didn't even do emojis for of Hamelin. So if you put the Pied Piper, then give yourself a point. This one, did any of you get this one? Little Red Riding Hood, the arrow, Little Red Riding Hood. I think I'm clever at least someone does. This is Gulliver's Travels. You got Gulliver's Travels, give yourself a point. And the last one, this is none other than The Elves and the Shoemaker. This is the last one. Tally up your points for this round, and we'll move swiftly on to the answers for round 4. Do 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 do. Bam bam bam. I wonder how all you have been celebrating this week. Celebrating or just living your life this week. What have you been up to? What have I been up to? I'm waking up at 6 a.m. every morning to go to the gym before work. That's generally what I'm getting up to right now. This weekend though, on Sunday, I went for a lovely 6-mile walk. It's beautiful weather, because last weekend's weather was supposed to be absolutely rubbish, but yes, I ended up going on a 6-mile walk. So there we are, round 4. Country of origin round. I showed you a load of fable creatures. You just needed to tell me their country of origin. So the Banshee. The country of origin for the Banshee is Ireland. If you got Ireland, give yourself a point. I have the worst Irish accent that you could ever imagine. See, people come back to the quiz because they love my accents because they're absolutely rubbish, or they like to watch my impersonation of celebrities or shows or movies. I like to think that I'm good at accents, but I'm really not good at this Irish accent. That dipped in and out so much. I'm not going to do any more accents for this round, by the way. Just Ireland. Over the hill and down the road. That was even awful as well. Well, I gave you this answer. Egypt. If you missed me saying the answer during the questions, well, that's your own fault. You had a point there. It's Egypt. Anubis is from Egypt. The Nymph. What is its country of origin? It is none other than Greece. If you got Greece, give yourself a point. Llorona. Her country of origin is Venezuela. If you got Venezuela, give yourself a point. Creature number 5, the Manticore. The country of origin is Persia. If you got Persia, give yourself a point. You know, if you didn't know these questions, like you could have just guessed. Hopefully you got some lucky guesses in there. Krampus. Krampus country of origin is Germany. If you got Germany, give yourself a point. The Shenlong Dragon. Sorry, I've cut off dragon. Then it does say dragon on my screen, but my big fat head is in the way. So Shenlong Dragon is from China. Creature number 8, the Phoenix. Its country of origin is Egypt. I was actually surprised at that. I got that one wrong. I don't think I'd have though. Pretty sure it's Egypt. Creature number 9. The Loch Ness Monster. That's supposed to say monster. My big fat head is cut off again. But that is none other than Scotland. If you got Scotland, give yourself a point. I will not accept the UK. I wanted specific countries. I should have been more specific with that in the questions, but there we are. If you put anything other than Scotland, then no, you do not get a point. Creature number 10, the Minotaur. Its country of origin is Greece. If you got Greece, give yourself another point. And that is the end of round 4, so tally up your scores and tally it up with all the other rounds. I'm going to get a drink of water. What are your weekend plans, I wonder? What are my weekend plans? I don't know. I'm trying to get into like new hobbies and do new things. So I've went out and I bought myself a jigsaw. And it's of Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night painting. So when I've completed it, I'm wanting to like gloss it and like glue it all together so I can like stick it up on a wall, because that's one of my favourite Van Gogh paintings. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing this weekend. It's going to be fun. Anyway, round 5. Round 5, ultra general knowledge. The first 3 questions were evil. That means if you guessed and you guessed wrong, you lose 5 points. So hopefully you haven't only made 15 points with this quiz, or you might lose all of your points. But yes, that was only for the first 3 questions. So in Norse mythology, who is the hammer-wielding god of thunder? Did you guess? Did you guess right? Hopefully you put Thor. If you put anything other than Thor, take away 5 points. If you put Thor, give yourself a point. Question 2. The waters of which subterranean river cause forgetfulness? Acheron, Phlegethon. I'm so bad at pronunciations. Leith or Styx? Phlegethon. Phlegethon? Oh, I don't know. It was the River Leith. Put Leith, give yourself a point. If you didn't put Leith, take away 5 points. Question 3. Last evil round question. Which was the first plague that God visited upon the Egyptians? If you know this story, it's the story of Moses, where I think God reigned upon the Egyptians for enslaving the Jews and not letting them go to their promised land, and I think there was 9 plagues or something like that. I always say that, like, don't take me to a quiz because I'm absolutely awful at quizzes, but actually I do know a lot of things like that would never be useful in life, but I know them. But don't take me to a quiz because I'm actually awful at quizzes. But yes, which was the first plague of... Sorry, I haven't even given you the answer. Which was the first plague of that God visited upon the Egyptians? It was the plague of blood. Can anyone remember the animated movie Prince of Egypt? Because it was based on that story. Is a film adaptation, a cartoon adaptation, and they've actually recently made it into a musical on the West End. And I'm pretty sure it's the same composer as the composer from Wicked. Is it Stephen Schwartz? See, lots of random facts up here that will never be useful and never come up in quizzes. Question 4. What is the name of the Celtic spirit whose wail is an omen of death? It is a Banshee. You know, Banshee, she was in round 4. If you put Banshee, give yourself a point. Oh, and this isn't an evil question, so you could take a guess at this one and lose no points. Question 5. According to Islamic legend, which legendary ruler is responsible for binding genies to bottles, lamps and jars? It is Solomon. If you got Solomon, give yourself a point. Question 6. Which famous author hoped to create a mythology for England? It is J.R.R. Tolkien, the author of the Lord of the Rings books and The Hobbit and all them other books that he's wrote, but most famous for, obviously, The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Question 7. St. George is the patron saint of England, but in which country would you find his tomb? If you guessed anywhere in the UK, you're wrong, because it's Israel. If you put Israel, give yourself a point. Question 8. In Egypt mythology, to whom is the goddess Isis married to? And it is Osiris. That's it. You know when you look at a word and you're like, how do you say that? Osiris. What a bugger. Question 9. Which legendary king was the father of King Arthur? Do you know? It was Uther Pendragon. If you got Uther Pendragon, give yourself a point. And question 10. Question 10. What building in Scotland is said to house the Holy Grail and features prominently at the end of the Da Vinci Code? Do you know? It was Rosslyn Chapel. Got Rosslyn Chapel? Give yourself a point. That is the last question of round 5 before we move on to the bonus question. So tally up your entire score. Right now you could have 50. The maximum possible is 50. Unless you've guessed right at the bonus question. But the maximum number of points you can get in the entire quiz is 55. That includes the bonus question of 5 points, on which we are about to move over to. So this week's bonus question was unscramble this anagram and find out the theme to next week's quiz, adding Gomez and Stags. There was 3 words there. Do you know? Do you know? Did you work it out? Are you clever? Hopefully you did, because next week's theme is gadgets and gizmos. Alexa, hey Google. No, I don't have any of those gadgets and gizmos. I thought when I said hey Google that my phone might start listening to me, but yes. Anyway, I'm not speaking properly. Next week's quiz is about gadgets and gizmos. So, you know, if you've got an iPad, if you have Apple products, Samsung products, Huawei, all them different products, we're going to be talking about them in next week's quiz. So make sure that you are back here Wednesday next week at 8 p.m. But we're going to move on to the end. I'm going to sign you out. Make sure that you put how many questions you got right in the description box below, because I do go and read them. I do go and see how many that you got right. I think it's kind of funny when I get told off for doing some of the rounds because they're difficult. But you know, if you want to go and suggest a theme and make it a little bit easier on you for 1 week, with something that you're more familiar with, then head on over to our website and suggest a theme. You can also donate to NHS Charities Together. But until next week, I'll see you later, I suppose. Have an absolutely wonderful week. I will be back on Wednesday at 8 p.m. with the theme of gadgets and gizmos. But until then, have an absolutely amazing evening, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.